not an open mic, but do you get more value out of just playing randomly in front of people on stage as opposed to you don't?
No,
as opposed to practicing.
The practicing is the best.
Really,
yeah.
that translates more to the stage than
playing on stage is performative.
Okay,
and it's like it's the same way. It's like if I let myself just play and not practice or not like try to get better with the band, it'll just I'll end up just like kind of dulling down this version of something that I will never change. It becomes so ununique so quickly. Like you got to keep yourself fresh or else the creativity of it kind of dies.
Yeah,
and it just becomes really performative, and it kind of sucks. You know, I just need to constantly be checking my Instagram.
It sucks, dude. It's like it's so addicting.
It really is. What is this box?
What box? This is a Zoom F3. This is where I record your shows too from audio.
Really?
Yeah.
So how do you multi-track into it?
It only has 2 tracks. It has line 1, line 2.
And that's just you just get a line out from the board.
Line from speaker, line from speaker, line from the actual board, just so I can cover my ass. Kind of depends on who's giving me sound that day. Taylor from Sagebrush. That sound guy was fucking awesome.
That sound guy is really good.
I had to shout him out on Instagram because gave me a great line, was super easy to work with, and
I saw him again when I went to the Nether Hour show last week.
Yeah,
and it sounded amazing again. He's really good, that guy.
No, yeah. It's in my encounters with some of the sound people here in Austin, it's been difficult to just get me something, and he was able to, he was very well rounded and nice.
I just find there are sound guys here that I think are unbelievable, just incredible, and then there are some that are just clearly doing it to pay their bills, which is fine. Like there's nothing wrong with that, but in Austin it's cool because you kind of get both. You're like, wow, that was insane. Like it's not all terrible sound people. Sounds like there are. That woman who works at Hotel Vegas, if I could remember her name, is dialed as fuck.
Okay.
The Sagebrush people are bro. The WTF Nari at WTF East, dialed as fuck. Like actually so dialed. I don't know how this became how we're starting this podcast, but
no, because we got to show respect. We have to remember these individuals' names because that is super important. So that's one thing I've been doing. And Taylor, you're fucking awesome.
Well done.
Two,
Taylor.
it's a part of like the community. You want to work with people who are going to make the products better and do their fucking job. Why is it so hard to get people to do their job?
I agree, or at least try to care. You know.
I will say caring goes a long way.
Yeah.
There's been times where I fucked something up so bad, but I cared about it and I owned up to it, and I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, I'll do better next time.
And then there you go, and then you've done better.
Yeah, exactly. It's all part of the process. Southpaw. Oh, go ahead. What are you going to say?
I was going to say, but it's like, especially for camera work, I feel like as you go down the line, like my job is the easiest. The sound guy's job is probably the second easiest. By the time it gets to you, so your job is to capture what I'm doing and capture what the guy who's capturing audio is doing. And so it's like, well, good luck. Yeah, you know what? Because by the time it gets to you, it like, I have a preconceived notion of what it's supposed to sound like. The guy who recorded it hasn't, and then in my head, I need to look and sound a certain way. And so
you need to put on a performance.
Yeah, well, you know,
and
thank God we have people who are competent at capturing video, because I wouldn't want to do that job. Give it up for Ramon.
Oh, thank you. Yes, on my own podcast. Yeah, yes, shower me with all the glory. I
talk to me about this tour, actually, by the way.
Oh God,
Speaking of, like, on the technical aspect of it, how was the logistics of that?
It's not as cool as you think.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's so much cooler.
Oh.
It really fucking is, dude.
Was it tour bus and all the whole?
No.
Okay.
So Vincent Antone, he's hired,
cool. I saw him at Empire.
He's really cool. I asked him this, and he claims to be a DJ, but he's also a music producer because he rips it on guitar.
He's ripping it on the guitar.
He involves it in his show, and any chance he pulls out the guitar, I am gonna make my damn sure that I capture it because he's so talented, and it offers a different it offers a different, I don't know, juice to the show. I think. I don't know. It makes
There's
it more.
Jews on the show?
Oh, there could be. You never know. It just offers something more to the audience and more of a live experience.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
And he's up there alone, right?
Yes, by himself.
With his, I think I like that.
I do too. Yeah. And being on tour is just, it's great because I just like being in the barricade. I don't like fighting through crowds, so I have to work my way around. No, you don't. Don't say that. You love it at the shows.
Like, yeah, I know, but I've now become spoiled. Like I appreciate and respect people who like being in the crowd, but I've become so claustrophobic now. It's just like, dude, like, what if I have to pee?
Then you lose your spot, and then you have to like fight your way back. It sucks.
Just to watch, to watch me. Fuck that.
When did you get so old? Because that's an old idea. When I was younger, I was like, I'll just fucking hold it.
I don't know what happened. It happened in the last like year and a half. I've just become so like, oh wow. I think that's what it is because I've become so spoiled. Right, as just like it's access to not like listening to music and like only having to worry about what the music is sounding like.
Yeah,
and so now the concert experience seems like really stressful.
It can be. But yeah, being able to walk in between the crowd with that barrier, catering is fucking awesome. They have so much good food on this tour. And it is very it's such a nice reprieve when you're like late nights, early mornings, you go long breaks between, eating, and then you just get a munch on steak and just quality food, dude. Yeah. It's awesome. And something
high fives for steak. Dude, the boys love a good steak.
Who doesn't like some meat in their mouth? It's great. One thing I've been doing, because I've seen his show plenty of times, so like I kind of know his set list. And one thing I've been doing in inspiration from Eggs Tyrone. Are you familiar with him? Eggs Tyrone is an Instagram account where he'll take like a bunch of Hasidic Jews like dancing around, and he'll put like hip hop music to it. And it's
the Hasidic Jews kind of going in the
exactly
circles.
Yeah.
Dude, those videos are lit as fuck.
Exactly.
100% of the time.
Yeah. So he'll put in his own music, and what I've been doing is I've been listening to like, I don't know, I think I just discovered Blues Traveler.
Yeah.
Recently, I should have been listening to it a long time ago, but I've been listening to him, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to throw this on during a set. So that way I'm focused on like hearing the bass build up and seeing the crowd reaction and making sure that I get the crowd reaction, as opposed to just listening to his song, and then sometimes the crowd doesn't respond to the song the way I want them to. So it's like, I just miss, I don't know. It offers a different dynamic when I'm filming and I'm listening to something else. It just makes me more dialed into what the situations are happening around me. So it's
that
been
makes
fun.
Sense.
And so that's been cool. But yeah, it's late nights, early mornings, like I said, and you take a nap when you can, and then you just
keep rolling.
Yeah, just keep rolling. It's fine. It's
one
really
of those
fine.
things where it's like you like the stupid expression is, but like, okay, you sleep when you're dead, but like on tour, that's kind of it, right? It's it's the whole reason we all do it.
Yes.
So I can. It's
100%.
just coffee.
Yep.
Red Bull.
Oh, the Ghost energy drinks. I am highly addicted to those.
I hear good things about those. I believe
they're very, very good. They taste well. They give you the nice energy that you need. The no sugar.
There's just so many energy drinks in America that I just don't. I just stick with Red Bull,
Red
only
Bull's
out
good.
of fear, out of like I love Red Bull, but it's just I don't want to. Red Bull is what I imagine like. Like marijuana is to like hard drugs.
Oh yeah,
Red Bull is to like whatever the American energy drink cycle is. Because dude, you see people and they'll be like always having like a tall boy energy drink on them. It's like horrifying.
And multiple throughout the day. I just need one to get me through.
I stick with Red Bull like a good, clean North American man.
You have to abuse your drugs properly.
Yeah.
Or else
I also just love a black coffee. I know this is honestly probably been the least interesting start to a podcast that I've done. We're talking about touring in black coffee, but like, dude, a good, like a cup of Joe. You can tell me a cup of black coffee, like a cup of Joe, isn't the best fucking thing in the world?
Will you even go so low as to going to the convenience store to get that black?
I live in a building where there is a gentrified gourmet coffee shop. I go across the street to the grocery store and buy it and it's $1 and it's mop water. It's literally just, and it's delicious.
That's all you need, brother.
Yeah.
That's just some good old black coffee. That's how America was made, just on black coffee. We didn't have these
I'm not
dumb energy
I am
drinks.
Canadian, but I was born in Ohio. And
I know, we've established that. I won't hold it against you.
Yeah. And I just think that there's a couple things about being from Ohio that just stuck, and like I need a black coffee, and I would love a cigarette in the morning, you know, like I think that's what my hat says too.
Let me get a 6-pack of Reds and $10 on Pump 6. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
That is poetry. Funny thing, I love
to
Cleveland.
plug, this is a hat from a band called Me and Adam. You guys should listen to them. I'm playing with them actually on Thursday.
Really?
Yeah, I don't usually I don't think I've ever actually done this before.
Where Thursday?
First Thursdays. They're doing a show at the South Congress Hotel.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be really cool, actually.
Can I go?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm in town
I'm
this
playing
weekend.
guitar for a band that is not Nickelodeon and the North Americans.
Ooh, is that okay? How do we feel about that?
Excited.
Okay, good.
Yeah, like I really respect and appreciate this band. So when they asked if I wanted to be their sub, I was like, yes, I would love to.
Awesome, cool.
Yeah.
Lead guitar or
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Cool. Awesome,
And like
man.
it's so different than the music that I play. So
Yeah.
I've had to like focus a lot harder than I thought I did when I took the job. But there's nothing wrong with that.
Is it scary?
Yes, very.
Good. You should do things that scare you.
Yeah. It's only scary because like I respect them, so I don't want to like. It's not, and I'm not saying I wouldn't. It's not. It's like I don't want to fuck up on the basis that like I'm a fan of their music, and that it would be really. I would be super embarrassed. So
yeah. Going back to I had.
I'm just gonna. This is my girlfriend's just texting. Hold up.
You have a girlfriend now?
I do have. A
oh,
girlfriend, yeah.
you're growing
we
up
won't
so
talk about this
fast.
on the podcast, but I'll circle back with this.
All right. You're gonna answer her right, ladies and gentlemen. For those who are listening, Nico Little is texting his loved one, what he's doing for dinner later, and he has a very upset look on his face right now.
Okay, so
no, you don't have to, I don't care.
So no, the real reason I'm texting her is because I found out that you and her, she lives down the street.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so I have been, like I was driving here and I was like,
why does it seem so familiar?
yeah, no, and then I didn't realize that she lives anyway. Whatever.
That's fine. I discovered that Cleveland is fucking cool.
Cleveland,
Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio is not cool, but it is.
What?
It is kind of cool.
Why is it not cool?
Well, here's the thing. Cleveland, Ohio is cool. I don't think it's cool anymore, but it was built as a cool city.
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, they set their lake or their river on fire, which I mean, there's nothing more rock and roll
It's
than
just
that.
like they have two buildings. Like I don't want to get it twisted. Like I'm gonna get flamed if we say Cleveland is cool. Like I'm from Cleveland. Cleveland is not a cool city.
Okay. All right. Why?
Dude, it has two buildings.
What else? That's it? That's your only thing?
What else is there in Cleveland?
I mean, you guys did change your MLB name, which is dumb. I thought that was stupid. You have the Guardians there. You have
the Rock and Roll
the
Hall of
Cleveland
Fame.
Browns.
The
You have the
Cleveland
Rock and
Browns.
Roll Hall of
Dude,
Fame.
the Cleveland Browns. Did you just
Hold on. You have the Cavaliers, all within walking distance of each other.
Yeah, no.
I was able to walk from the fucking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame all the way to the Guardian Stadium.
Did you do
that's
the
so
underground?
Cool.
Did you do like the underground mall that they have?
No,
there?
I did not.
There's like so.
I wanted to spend it above ground.
What?
It was such a beautiful day.
It was. Yeah. Well, I don't even know if it's underground. I might be, like, I might have just been like, this is underground, and it actually wasn't. But it was. You can go kind of like all of downtown Cleveland. It's like It's really nice. Yeah.
No, it was the first real nice day that they had, and I was talking to the Uber drivers. Were like, yeah, it's been gray weather for the past,
Snow
4 months.
Yeah.
So I get that aspect and how people can become,
Well, I mean,
jaded and miserable. But I think there's something cool to that city, and like I'm tired of people talking shit about other cities.
Sorry,
that they're
okay,
not.
my bad.
Yeah,
I take
yeah.
it back.
No.
I'm talking shit about it like you. I would talk shit about my sibling.
I get it, but like. Because when I was younger, I was like, oh, that city fucking sucks. But when you visit these cities, there's got to be some, like, people live there for a reason. And you try to be respectful and be like, okay, what are the cool parts of this city that we can talk about? Because, I don't know, every city's different. It's got its own culture. It's got its own thing. And I think you need to pay respect to that in some form or fashion.
I agree. And I think Ohio gets a terrible rap just because it's like...
It does. It fostered a lot of the American economy because of the steel mills and everything up there. So we owe a lot to that part of the country.
A blue-collar city for sure.
Yeah.
I do think it's kind of it definitely has that, I like that there's a bunch of old like abandoned mills and factories and And you kind of, as you're driving into the city, you see it. I haven't been in like 2 years, but
it was awesome. I would definitely go back, if only for like the sporting events, to be able to catch like multiple games.
Well, dude, I like
that
that the Cavaliers are not terrible without LeBron. Like that's really cool that there's like a heartbeat in that city and it's not LeBron oriented.
Right.
His name is LeBron. Have you seen those?
LeBron James. I only seen that video.
Yeah, man, I love LeBron James. We're not getting into that on this, but
okay,
I
please
fucking
not.
love LeBron James.
Yes. Jack with no K went off on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that was about a 10-minute rant. So,
dude, but here's the thing about Jack with no K is he unscripted, he will stand on a soapbox and just preach about his sports teams.
And I let him do that. I'm like, okay, this is early on in the podcast, and I'm gonna let the individual talk, but after that interview,
we're losing him.
I'm like, yeah, we got to. All right, I got to dial you back.
No, yeah, dude, because our talks about anyway.
So last time we talked, my car was fucked up and it ended up costing me $900. And
dude, I'm so sorry that happened.
It turned out fine. Like I said, it was $900. That it took a good chunk out of my savings, but that's what savings are for, and that's just part of living a life. No one died. That's how I attribute all my problems. Is like, did anyone die? Okay, let's move on.
Especially like, I don't know.
I was stuck in the rough part of Austin.
You were fucking pissed.
So I was very livid. Yeah.
I mean, understandably. Okay, here's the context: is the night before we had a show. What happened? Your key wouldn't. Anyway.
Yeah, that was at Fraser's. I noticed that my ignition was sticking a little bit.
It was Fraser's.
Yeah, it was Fraser's, Long and Low.
Great fucking bar.
It was a great bar.
Great bar. Honestly,
cheap beer, great food.
First of all, the coldest mugs fucking on the planet.
Even colder than Twin Peaks.
Great job, guys. Let's clip that, please.
Stuck at Fraser's, so it was starting to mess up at Fraser's. I'm like, all right, I got it into ignition, and then my buddies hit me up. Hey, we're gonna have some beer somewhere. I'm like, all right, let me go put gas first. Went to the gas station at South First and Ben White. It's not a gas station you want to be after 10 o'clock.
You don't it's Ben White and South
Yep. Yeah, I was at the gas station. It like I was jerking the wheel. I was trying to turn it to just get it to start so I can drive home. It wasn't going. I was willing to break my key off in the ignition just to get it to go, but it didn't go.
Someone's looking in your car.
Yeah. So call a tow truck. I'm trying to use a bathroom in that location. Rightfully so. They're like, no, because every homeless person is going to that gas station. And I found out every homeless person went to that gas station. And people are asking me for money. I'm just like, look in my car. It doesn't work. I have nothing for you.
Yeah, dude.
And then I realized, their life is probably way worse than mine. So I chilled out. But in the moment, I was heated. And and then I couldn't do your South by Southwest show because I was just like, I was in my feelings. I'm like, I don't want to. I'm going.
Well, then you were also leaving on tour.
Yeah.
That was the whole
tour. I'm traveling for the weekend. I just want to chill with my wife, hang out with the cats, and knock out some work. And I'm sure you'll be fine. And then I'll leave it to you. How did that show go? At Friends.
We played with Bay. Yeah.
It rips it, right?
God damn, does he ever rip it, that kid. Wow. We had a rehearsal with him like the night before the show. And it was like, I had kind of like prefaced to the guys, I was like, he's really good. Like he's way better than you think he is.
But I'm sure there was side eye was like, come on.
Yeah, right. Everyone was like, no, because everyone's like, yeah, he's good. And then it's just, he rips it and he's adorable. So it's like, it's kind of the best of both worlds where you're like, wow, this is so fun to watch.
Yeah. Now
he's, I really hope he's got unbelievable songs. Like
how old is he?
10 years old or 11 maybe.
Wow.
But I think he's 10. And he really impressed me with his songwriting. I was like, dude, that's really cool. I hope that he does all the things he wants to do. That kid's really cool.
Awesome. So one question I had when you told me about this child playing in the band, like, do you have to be more reserved?
100%.
Okay, good.
Dude, I kept apologizing. I was swearing a bunch around him, and I kept apologizing. His mom was like, "Don't worry, like everyone's right." Because the thing is, I'm like trying to be. He's hanging out with like Buddy Guy. Like Buddy Guy is an interesting guy, you know. He's been so exposed to like this like world of legendary blues players that are like such characters, and I'm out here like trying to be like not swearing and stuff. Like I think he's. They are very aware of the world that they've signed up for.
Okay.
But, we were a huge band that night. So it was, I think everyone was trying to stay, respectfully.
Sure, within the confines.
Yeah,
every
just
once in a while you'll let one fly, and it's not because
yeah,
of, like,
and
trying to be
no one was getting
disrespectful.
like wasted or
Okay,
anything.
good.
Like you're trying to have,
Yeah,
you're trying to be. It was fun though.
sure.
It was really fun because he's an entertainer, and so I as well feel like that's part of my like realm of things that I also like to be as an entertainer. I said that really stupidly, but him and I got along really well on stage in like a way that I didn't think I would with someone who's like 10. But like we both had our mullets on. It was really fun, dude. It was a good time. We both wore Jordans. It was like I really enjoyed myself.
How long were y'all sets?
He played for like probably 2 hours.
Holy crap!
We probably played for an hour. Yeah.
Well, he's got the energy in him,
dude. Yeah, no. He went like I was up there for the whole time, and it was just what songs he wanted to do. He had a bunch of songs. He probably had an hour and a half of straight material, and then it was probably 30 minutes of just jamming, and then we probably did an hour.
Okay.
So it was great, and I have another show coming up and I'm doing another sort of similar thing.
Cool.
With another. Well, this guy's he's not a kid. He's a 18-year-old from the UK.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah, that'll be really fun
Across
as well.
the pond.
Right.
When's that happening?
The May 1st.
Oh, okay.
But I'll plug that,
Somewhere down the line.
Yeah. May 1st, though. There's a cool show with Reese Steigel. He's great.
Do you know where?
Yeah, at Friends.
Oh, okay, cool.
I try to do all these, like, especially if we're going to do free shows. Like, if I'm going to do a free show, it's going to be at Friends.
Talk to me about Friends. Did we discuss? I don't think we discussed Friends in depth.
I mean, I definitely feel like I have overdone my plugging of Friends on podcasts, but it's not that I won't continue to do it. That's like, I think it's my favorite spot in Austin to watch. It's my favorite spot in Austin to watch great music for free.
Sure.
If you want to watch really good music and you want to go to the Continental and like I totally understand like C-Boys but like if you want to just get like if you want to be in the heart of like you want to be in the thick of it right now, like it's the best spot.
Yeah.
So
one thing that I did thought was pretty funny. Last time I went and saw you at Friends.
Yeah.
Someone gave you a song request.
Did I do it?
Well, you said politely, not so polite. You said no.
Okay.
Because it was Freebirds.
Oh fuck.
Freebird.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
You're not gonna. Can you do that? Like, are you able to?
I've played it before.
Because one of these days I'm gonna drop $500 in that tip bucket,
That's
and
the
you're
thing.
gonna
It's
fucking play it.
It's not supposed to be designed to be like, there's supposed to be an integrity to the show. So like I don't want to play Freebird just because one person asked. And,
Okay.
Just because you're a drug person who walked like into the bar and you're like, I want to hear Freebird. It does kind of ruin it. But I did have a guy once who I've become friends with him and his family since, which is really cool. And there was a guy who came in and dropped an absurd amount of money, and I won't say what it was.
Sure.
And was like, and Brad Brockman started playing Freebird, and I went up and played it with them, and I thought that was a really fun moment. But I typically don't think we should be just playing Freebird for the sake of it, because it's a fucking great song. Like let's let the people who are like, let's not have every guy who can play the guitar try to play Freebird. Like let's let people who really fucking rock Freebird do it. So stop asking for it, because I don't need to watch some guy who knows the G minor pentatonic to just rip it out. And that's me. I'm the guy, by the way. So, and then 2, that's it. Okay. That's all. It was just 1, actually.
All right. What else has happened since South by? Seems like a lot has happened.
We've had a really fun time. I actually woke up this morning to a text from Gary, which was really cool. That was fun.
Gary C.
Oh. Yeah. Anytime he texts me, I get so fucking excited. I'm just gonna be honest.
Well, yeah, duh.
So I just we are planning on.
Can you say this?
Well, I'm gonna say what I can say. We're releasing it. We are releasing an album this year for sure. Facts. Cool. It's gonna come out, I think, sooner than people think. I think sooner than I think too.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
Yeah, like it's like around the corner. Like summer's coming around the corner, so it's probably going to be right at the beginning of summer. Like
so
when we're
July, maybe?
probably sooner than that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. If we can. Like
Don't rush it.
I'm not rushing it, but there will be new music out soon just because we want to
Don't drag it either.
Yeah, we want to get not quite my tempo. Yeah.
Thank you. You're all night.
Well, I'm really, really, really excited about this album.
Good. This will be your first
Well, it won't be my first album.
full length?
No. So I've probably made in my life 3 or 4 albums.
Oh, okay.
With my old band back home, which I never talk about, and I will not say the name or anything because I don't want anyone looking at it because it's not that good. Like I love it. Like and Laj, I know you're gonna watch this. Like I love it. It was a great time, but I just think it's not my first album, and I don't treat it as such. But it's the first time I feel like I'm presenting something to a larger group of people. And so like I want to make sure that it's good.
Yeah.
It is my first album in the sense that like in Austin for sure it's my first album, but I've made albums before, so I'm trying not to be kind of wet behind the ears. I'm trying to take it like with like a certain level of maturity and like really make it good. And
you guys did, I know you recorded Blame by yourself, right?
we recorded the whole album.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask. All right. So is anyone mastering it?
Well, I don't know. I haven't got a confirmation on who's mixing it and mastering it yet. I've made my pitch to the guy that I want to have do it. I'm still waiting to hear back, but you know, I keep getting a like every time I send information, I get a follow-up question, which is a good sign.
Okay. Is that what makes that a good sign? Like,
well, just because
interested?
The person's still interested. The person like no one has said no yet, and we've had like multiple exchanges.
No one has ghosted you yet.
No, it's like it's like, which is great. I'm excited about it.
I do get a little bit of. I understand that this podcast that we're doing, it's not for everybody. Not everyone's going to come on here and be excited about it. Unlike you, which I'm so thankful that you're here. But you know, I'll send out requests via Instagram, and I see the scene, and I'm like, just tell me no. Like, just tell me, hey, I think you're not big enough. I would love any sort of response. Just being left on red it's hurtful.
It's hurtful, dude. It's tough.
But it's part of the process. You
it
gotta
is
learn,
so part of the process.
You got to weather your skin, get it thicker.
The only times I've been like left on red from people that like I would consider friends.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, they hate me now.
The process, like
but it's just because. How many times do you think you've left someone on red and like you don't like you're like, oh, I'll get back to it, and
Zero.
then you just don't?
Zero, because I know how bad I get hurt.
I want to say you might have anxiety.
I do. I 100% do. I talked to my therapist about that.
About being left on red?
Yeah, well, because it's an evolution of like building out stories in your head that aren't true. Like when I get left on red, I'm thinking, oh, maybe like I'm not big enough. Pause. Maybe they just don't like my personality. I'm creating all these stories in my head, which are probably 100% wrong, and it's just not healthy. So I've learned to just like not do that and try to stop it dead in its track and just chalk it up to them being busy and not responding. It's fine. Like, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
No one's going to die because they're not coming on your podcast, Ramon. Chill out. So,
and even if they do, here's like the thing I like about this podcast is that it's such a authentic collective of people in Austin that I know and love.
It's because you're the only people who are saying yes, and I'm more than happy to have you guys on. And that's part of the process. Like, I want to talk to you guys and hang out. Well, what? What? Stop inviting you guys?
Yeah, dude, it's become a musicians podcast.
It really has, and that's.
Dude, but here's the thing: I watch most of them.
Well, thank you. Oh, dude, you're the one. It's just whoever is associated with someone who I respect, I'll gladly have on.
You got some, like, Keith is fucking sick.
He's awesome, and I think he lives like closer to me than I thought. But it's just a wealth of information that I had no idea of until I get you to sit down on a couch, and it changes my perspective. All like a lot of the good things that are happening is it's like just you're not hearing about it because people aren't talking about it. And so just
There's
to
also
have
a lot of noise on
exactly
these, on the phone.
yeah,
like,
there's a lot of noise, and I just want to cut through that bullshit because I'm tired of seeing it. And if
dude,
I'm
the
tired of seeing
algorithm's
it,
weird. Like, I mean, listen, as if anyone knows what the fuck that means when you say that, but like, yeah, it's good to just, it's good to, I don't know,
chat it out, have a conversation.
well, I don't
What's
know.
good?
I'm not trying to be like everyone should have a podcast, but
No.
I do like that there's the professionalism of your podcast is what I really enjoy about it. Like
Thank you.
the fact that it's not like we're not fucking like, oh my, you know, I mean, we are a bit, but that's just because
a little bit.
That's because we're friends. But
Yeah.
not every other episode that isn't my episode has been professional and good. Our episodes are going to be the worst because
Or the best.
yeah, I know, because like, you know, this is our Protect Our Parks. This is my Protect Our Parks, dude.
My God, that is wild that you would say that. I don't, dude. You make that comparison.
Well, I mean, I'm not making that comparison.
damn.
I'm just saying for me,
That's a fun fucking show to watch. And oh man, I don't.
For
think,
me, I don't
Okay,
do
good.
podcasts, right?
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
do music. So this is, you know, like someone who plays for their high school, you know, football team and they go to the championship. That's their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Is it in comparison the same thing? No.
No.
This
okay. It's fun.
this is my
Good.
Super Bowl, is what I'm saying.
For now, you'll beat it into other Super Bowls. Legit.
I hope
ones.
so.
What are you doing?
Just checking my phone.
Why are you checking your phone?
I just the girl.
We're gonna establish a new rule after this podcast. The
put it
girl.
down.
Oh, okay.
Put it down. No, but she didn't. I didn't tell her I was doing this. That's why.
Oh, you don't have to tell her everything you do.
No, I know, but she was like texting me, and I was like, I should probably be like, anyway, whatever.
Text her like you're going to be busy for the next.
Yeah, I just did. We're good. It's done now.
Are you sure? Dude, the phone. Here's another hot take. The phones are fucking suck.
The phones suck.
On tour, like I'm trying to have conversations with other photographers, and then they're just immediately, oh yeah, that's cool. That's right. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go hang out in the crowd by myself. So it is. We need to break that habit.
We need to break that habit, and I fall deeply into that trap.
I was trying to have a conversation with Riles the other night at Sagebrush, and he busted out the phone with me and like conversation. I'm like, oh, Riles, you son of a bitch. And I know it's not. I'm not taking it personal.
I want to say it's a generational.
No,
thing.
it is. It 100% is. It's like
it's not great.
Yeah.
It's
a bad habit, just like any other habit: smoking, drinking too much, whatever.
Yeah, and I do think it's a it's like a soothing thing. Like I think it's like a instinct. Like you don't even. I don't think our generation even notices that we do it.
You got to embrace the awkward silence.
Yeah, you have to. You have to like actually look at the person in the eye and then it like, I don't know how to say it. Like once you just go like that and then you're like, okay, wait, well, hold up. I don't need my phone at all.
Yeah. There's a peak of anxiety
and
that happens during
the
lull, and then it just dissipates. Yeah. I feel that every
I do
time.
think it is really hard, especially at shows, because like you're stressed, right? And so and it's like a weird, like you're so in your head, but you don't want to be in your head, and it's like it's so easy to just be like, okay, I'm gonna be on my phone. I'm just gonna like turn my head off for a second. Yeah.
It is a tool that we have not yet conquered yet. It is conquering us right now.
I wonder what that's gonna look like in 10 years. I was thinking about that. Like, what is the world gonna look like in 10 years? Dude, what a fucking thing to ask on a podcast. I got to be the first white man to ask what the world's going to look like in 10 years on a podcast, right? This is groundbreaking stuff.
It really is. It really is. But it's a conversation that everyone's having, so why not have it?
Dude, what the fuck just happened in Austin this weekend? The Waymo invasion?
What happened? Really?
They were giving it free Waymos. There's 1 billion Waymos driving around downtown Austin right now.
Have you ever
I'm so against it.
Really?
Yeah, dude, that's like the people who need money right now.
Yeah.
And thing I really like about most people who drive Uber is that they're doing it as a way to pay for something in their life that they, it's usually not they're doing it to pay for school, or they're doing it to pay for a bit of extra money on the side, or like, I just think, why the fuck are we taking away such an amazing job market for so many people? Like, it's such a great way to make money for so many people in America. That's a great hot take. Sorry, not to be like, no, I got a little like,
that's fine.
A little, but come on, dude. Like
you got America in your heart. Let it out,
dude.
brother.
Like if like the fuck. It's like fast food workers that like we can't replace those jobs because people need those jobs to like help them get other jobs. Like that's like that's what that's for.
I will say,
like if music went to shit, so what if I had to drive Uber and now I can't because I really hope I don't have to, but like
I would I thought about driving for Uber. I was hearing a story about how someone made like just $10,000 a month driving for Uber, but that's because they did it full time.
Well,
so
dude,
like,
if you can make a full-time job doing that, like
right.
I don't understand why they would why are they getting rid of that? And I know I'm so over exaggerating because it's not that big of a problem.
I don't
but
think
like,
you are.
What if it is a problem? You know, what if this actually is what we're, and I don't want that. So
I think Waymos are before they did the free weekend or whatever you're talking about. I think I heard like from a comedian that they're charging more for a Waymo.
It's the same price to go.
Oh yeah, it's the same. That's exactly. It's the same price. Yeah. But to your point, why would it be the same price if the individual is not making that money? It should be cheaper, right? Because a robot's doing it. But why is it the same price? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I've heard that they're not that great.
Well, yeah.
It's like it's a very jerky ride. All right, let's pivot. Yeah.
Well, the cool thing about to your point is that the people who are driving Uber need that money. I've encountered a lot of people from out of this country in those Uber rides, the drivers, and I ask them like, "Hey, man, things seem pretty bad here in America. What's it like from your country?" They go, "Oh, it's worse. Yeah, it's way fucking worse. America's awesome."
Yeah.
In Cleveland, I took an Uber from the hotel to downtown, and my driver was from Albania. And I go, "So
hey, listen, it's way fucking better here."
He's like, "Yeah, it's fucking good here. I don't know what everyone's complaining about. Like, it's great."
Is that your Albanian
That
accent?
was probably a terrible accent, but no. To his point, he's like, "I love it here. I'm trying to get my family over here."
No, yeah,
so
dude.
awesome.
I mean, thing I like about Canada the most, like probably actually, and I don't give a shit if people think I'm like kind of a leftist for saying this. Like I am super left on immigration because Canada's a melting pot for international, for international communities. Did they go overboard? 100%. 100%. The Trudeau administration went overboard on that. And like, but that's what makes Canada so fucking awesome is that like it's so culturally diverse. The food is amazing. Like Toronto has such unbelievable cuisine because of the cultural diversity that is in that city. And I don't even get to go to Toronto as nearly as much as I should as a result of just not living there. And it's like Montreal, dude, God, Montreal is the coolest fucking city. And it's because there's so many people. There's so much different stuff. You've got like the French side of it, then you've got like the Anglo side of it, then you've got like the Euro side of it.
Yeah.
There's like all the African cultures that have moved there.
What's the music scene like up there?
Super techno heavy.
Okay.
Very techno heavy. Yeah. Great, like unbelievably good techno music, I would say.
Is Jackson from Montreal?
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
Jackson Cooper.
I think because he said there was a big, EDM music scene out there.
Yeah,
like,
very,
cool.
very. No, but also like bands like Men I Trust. Like there was his like famously great, like indie and alt. There was a great punk scene in Montreal back in the 2000s.
Okay.
Like Montreal has a great blues scene. Actually, ironically, I did leave there to come here to do blues because you can't make any money up there. But like, but
what is your generation talking about these days in regards to the climate here in America? What are you guys chatting about?
It's bad.
It's bad?
Yeah.
Okay. What's bad?
Well, I'm not a huge. I mean, listen.
We don't have to talk about this if you want to. I just want to know because
I would say that there is a very split divide between it's horrible, and I don't think it's horrible. I don't think people should be catastrophizing. That's probably the wrong way of saying that word, but
I like that word. That sounds.
But it is not the end of the world, and we will not. If people start saying it's the end of the world, we will make it the end of the world.
Yeah.
So like, stay strong. And stay true. But also, let's not pretend like this is okay.
Right. That's
not a huge fan of of like trying to annex Canada. Like I'm really that has completely like I've become super Canadian patriotic and not like that. Yeah. Like that was honestly like
That's just dumb. It's stupid.
Yeah, and it's just like
Let's
it's not funny to me, you know, like because it's like I don't know. Anyway, let's move on.
Okay. No, because I'm just stuck in a bubble. I'm here in the garage editing. I'm going to shows. I'm meeting people.
Yeah,
like,
I'm stuck in a bubble too, though, right?
And
Like,
it's just I don't know because I try to read the news, but I'm like, that sounds a little leftish. I'm reading the other news. That sounds a little rightish. It's just, and then you find out who's paying who in the media, and it's just
that's why I try to stay straight down the middle.
Exactly. And
that's why I get all my news from TikTok.
And that's why I like to have conversations with people. I'm like, hey, what's up? You know, what are you doing? And then from the general just senses, everything seems to be okay. There's problems, but that doesn't mean we can solve them.
Sorry. Bit of a yawn. I think it's important to just stand true to whatever you're kind of feeling.
Sure, yeah.
Because I think no matter what side you fall on, as long as you're a good person, you're allowed to be whatever you want. You know?
Amen.
And so
that First Amendment is for everybody.
No, but also it's like it has become just. I don't think my generation falls into. I think there's so much one or the other when you become like in the older generations.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit in my generation. Like there's a lot of like very hard leftists and very strong right wing people. You're like, you know, you got like your blue haired girls versus your like frat bros kind of.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the majority of society. I think that's just those are the two people who are the loudest.
Right.
And so we see them a lot.
Yeah.
Most people are just like, fuck, this is just
like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, most people like don't have time. They're like, shit, I got to pay the electricity bill again.
Yeah.
My cat got sick or whatever. I don't know. My car broke.
Fucking
you don't have time to think about what fucking anyone's doing.
You got your own problems to solve. You got your own problems within your community to solve, and it's like, you can't really be. I would task every person who doesn't like the situation that we're in to just delve heavily into local politics. Find out who represents your district. Like for me, I didn't know who represents my district.
I have no idea who
Ryan
does anything.
Alter, see? There you go. But that's the most impact you
Texas,
can have.
Dude. I don't even know.
You can reach it. You can email that person. These people who are representing your districts have like local meetups that you can go talk to them and voice your opinion instead of shouting through the social media. That makes you feel better.
Yeah, but yelling at minorities on social media is so much easier for Americans.
It is. It really is.
They love doing that.
It's so much easier. But if you want to solve problems, go talk to your district reps.
I like that. I like problem solving.
Yeah, that's.
I think you're preaching to the wrong people.
I know. It just takes time and effort. And
I like a good problem solver.
Yeah, that's what I try to. What else you got to talk about? Because this is your podcast now.
It's my podcast.
It is now. You are the captain.
I don't know.
So
I'm very excited about like
WTF closed, right? On the west side.
East side is now.
When did that happen?
A month ago, 2 months ago.
Okay, why did it happen? Is it just too expensive?
I actually have no insight whatsoever on that. Okay. But I will say WTF East, we played their festival.
It looks fun. I haven't been there yet.
Fucking great spot, dude.
Like even really better vibes than West.
Significantly, yeah. Like just huge. Like the outdoors is great. The inside is the coolest part, I think. Like their actual indoor bar is super nice.
Right on.
Yeah.
And when are you playing there?
I have no idea what I'm playing there next, but we did just play there for their South by Ending festival. Like Nether Hour hosted a festival.
Right on. It was a blast.
I had a blast. I was drugged.
On purpose?
Yeah, no, I had to go home.
What?
Yeah.
Someone slipped you a little something?
Well, someone gave me something and just I was macro dosed.
Oh. Oh, yeah. That's not good.
No, it was super not fun.
Was it on, like, did they do it on purpose?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it was by accident.
I think that they were being maybe not super cautious.
Oh.
I didn't love it. I'm not going to lie.
But do you think it was done out of
I don't know.
evil...
Riley had a great time. Riley was like, I'm having a great... Like, you ever seen 21 Drum Street? Like, I was having the worst fucking time, dude. I went to go watch...
Straight up not having a good time,
dude,
right
like,
now.
I went to go watch Jacob West, like, Texas Rebels, like, down the street. they were playing. This is South by, like there's music
Everywhere.
like everywhere, and there's always a great band. They're
Yeah.
like, oh my god, someone I know who's good is playing. And then I went there, and I was like there for like 2 songs, and he was like on the mic. He goes like, "Are you good, dude?" I was like, not doing well, and I just left. Yeah, it was terrible, terrible day.
So that's not good.
Bad
Other
vibes.
than that, how was?
This was like way later on in the day. We had
Sure.
like a great time. Like it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the actual festival was amazing, but
What was your overall consensus of South by this year? Was it fun?
slower than normal. Like not it went by in a flash.
Yeah.
But it was really fun, but it felt more calm as opposed to like the first year I was here. South by was absolute mayhem.
Really?
The mothership had just opened.
Yeah.
It was like all in the same week. It was just fucking craziness. I met Matt Damon. That was cool. Well, I was like
Matt
working the
Damon.
door at Friends, and Matt Damon walked in, and I ID'd him. Yeah, because they were filming Air down the street.
Oh, okay. And you what did his ID say? Matt Damon, or was it a different name?
He didn't end up pulling it out.
Okay.
You
You were just like, oh yeah, you go
yeah,
ahead.
by the yeah, and he was with a
Entourage.
yeah, and like why am I first defense anyway? I was like not dead. I don't think
maybe he's
stayed.
trying to be inconspicuous. Maybe he's hiding amongst the crowd.
No, it was really cool. That
Yeah.
like first week where I worked at Friends, I was like, where the fuck did I just move to?
I think South by. I think this year there seemed to have been more non-official music events than I've seen in the past year. Am I making that up, or
They like stopped paying their music. I don't know what's going on.
right?
With them.
Yeah, but I worked an official South by event. It was a panel.
Was it fun?
It was stupid. It was dumb.
I think there might be a bit of losing touch with reality going on. With
I think you can pay a fee to get yourself a panel, and you can talk about
whatever
nothing,
the fuck you want.
whatever you want, and it's not relevant to anybody. But just to be able to say, "Oh yeah, I have a panel at South by," I think that's the cool thing now.
I think there's a lot. Yeah, well, thing is, I just think I don't understand what the festival represents anymore, like whatsoever.
Right. Yep.
Like,
And
what is it?
And I was happy to see a lot of the South by unofficial music events, unofficial South by Southwest music events. There was a lot of, I don't know, there's a lot of people attending those.
The Seaboys one we did was that Paul Val put on one at Seaboys.
Was it popping?
It was so fun.
Who was there? Paul Val, obviously.
Us, some great. I'm blanking
Okay, that's
on the
fine.
names, but
How was it?
so fun. Lindsay Beaver was on it. Texas Rebels was also on it.
Okay, right on.
Yeah. But there was he had some other guys that were fucking knocked me out of the park, dude.
Man, awesome.
Yeah. One guy floored me. Oh my god, his vocals were so good, dude. Yeah.
How's the coaching going? You still doing that?
Guitar lessons?
Yeah, guitar
I
lessons.
actually have slowed down since last time I came. I did a couple, and then I was like, dude, I suck at this.
Suck at what?
Like learning the guitar.
Well, don't you think you should?
No, yeah, I want to continue. Life just becomes like it just keeps going. And
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I have to get back into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going well.
Did you see any benefits from?
Oh my god, yes.
Well, Nico.
So many. No, yeah. Like having someone who really knows what they're doing, it puts together. It helps bring things together that I didn't necessarily see, like that went together. Like
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Helps
I
you-
see. You know what I mean?
helps you
I
make those
wouldn't.
connections.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It's exactly that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I feel like I'm always learning. I'm trying to always,
Good.
especially that's why like I'm picking up this this gig that I'm doing with me and Adam as a.
Do you find more value in playing live, like whether it be at Friends or not a real paid show, like one of those, what am I trying to, like not an open mic, but do you get more value out of just playing randomly in front of people on stage as
No.
opposed to, as opposed to practicing?
The practicing is the best.
Really?
Yeah.
That translates more to the stage than.
Playing on stage is performative.
Okay.
And it's like it's the same way. It's like because I will just fall into the same molds that I have. It like if I let myself just play and not practice or not like try to get better with the band, it'll just I'll end up just like kind of dulling down this version of something that I will never change. It becomes so ununique so quickly. Like you got to keep yourself fresh, or else the creativity of it kind of dies.
Yeah,
and it just becomes really performative, and it kind of sucks.
All right, got it. Have you ever, since South by, has there been a moment where like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing here anymore. Like you get that imposter syndrome.
I would say since South by, I've had the kind of the opposite.
Ooh,
pre South
too big for your britches.
No, pre South by, I did.
Yeah.
It's like interesting life that we live, and like, what are we trying to do?
Yeah.
And I was like, and then South by happened, and now I'm going to go back and I'm doing this like music school thing.
Yeah.
Which I'm really excited
that's
about.
right.
Yeah. It's like a 12-week intensive program about music business and just like great CV builder, as a young buck. And I'm going to learn so much about how to run like a business, like in the music kind of atmosphere.
Sure.
And ecosystem. And so I'm really excited about that. And that has helped get rid of a lot of imposter syndrome, because there's a lot of cool things that are going to happen, or that we're really excited that are happening right now. And it's really fun to be able to do it and also like be hands-on with it. Mm-hmm. And so if I'm really excited to like learn a bunch of stuff about the music business, because I think imposter syndrome comes a lot with lack of preparedness, because it's like you're as good as you are, right? So if you're really prepared, then you're good. Like that's an objective fact. Yes, we're in the creative space, but like, there's an objective measure of preparedness and organization that can make anything work. Like you can make it in music just based on having a great business plan. Like that is a fact. So
what are you excited to learn from this school?
How to make a great business plan. No,
specific to music.
No. I'm really excited about learning about like licensing. That's probably the thing I'm the most. Licensing, touring, merchandise sales, basically just building any sort of economy of scale in music. I'm doing it all alone right now. Right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm having it's fun, and like we're enjoying it, but I would like to know more.
Yeah, that's one thing that I've always kind of tinkered around with, the idea of somehow attaching my video to a merch, and then letting that merch kind of pay me in itself. So like, I can't guarantee you the millions of views if I show up to your show and, record you. Like, it's just we're documenting the moment. But if I could apply the skills and make a t-shirt, I don't know, go viral, and they're in tune, it sells more, and then you're making more money, but I get a percentage of that, product because of the video performing well. Like, those are measurable things that can attribute, like, hey, because this video was so good, it directly affected your sales, and therefore I want to be paid a percentage of that.
Yeah.
Like, I always thought that would be a great idea to, build a relationship off of. But what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I think that there's a way of doing it where it makes the most amount of sense, where I'm trying to word this properly. There's an aspect of like, what I really like about that idea is that you want to have something that drives just general traffic, right? And so if you could find it to be in a way where you're like, for merch, where you can make a profit on it, that's great. But what I really like about it is that you want to find something that brings people then to your content, right? And so I like the concept of making sure that you find, like bands will do merch and it's like super witty, right? It'll be and it's just some way of getting people, just one more branch of getting them into listening to your content or watching your content and stuff.
Yeah.
Very pro that as a concept. But
stop messing with that. It's probably getting picked up.
Is it?
Maybe, I don't know.
Fuck, sorry.
Just push it down.
I fidget, dude. My bad.
It's because you don't have your phone on you. How bad do you want to check your phone right now?
Not that bad. You know what I do? I was like, with Drum Tech POV.
Oh, yeah. This guy's awesome.
Matt Horn?
Yep. He goes around filming his...
What band are they following?
I don't remember what band. Typically, he doesn't say what band they're following.
Dude, that's a lot of pyro, though.
It is.
Do you see that?
Yes. That's another thing. You don't know all the moving parts behind a tour. It is unfathomable until you are there. Like the amount of people setting up these LCD screens, the lighting, the production manager.
Do you know how many people were on Vincent's tour?
I have no idea. So he's a part of Closey and LS Stream's tour. So they brought him on. So
cool.
And the reason why I want to be a photographer, it's because I'm combating. I make up these competitions in my own head. So LS Stream and Closey, they have this spectacle of a light show, as they should. They paid for it. Like, it is just lights, lasers. It is a whole awesome show to watch. It is amazing. And then Vince, because he's not paying for that, he doesn't get the full spectrum of those lights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it makes my job a little bit harder to put that energy into the video. So I'm just more leaning into like the BTS side stuff, just kind of putting him in these moments that are going to really look good on camera. But it's
which you're good at.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's hard to do.
You certainly know how to do that.
But I look at the photos that are coming out of the headliners, Instagram account. I'm like, they just push a button. Like, they just snap a photo and it already looks fucking amazing. As a photographer, like, there's not a whole lot of... You don't have to really polish it up because it's already polished to that level. So in my head, like, all right, in order for me to combat that, I need to interject some, storyline, interject, an interview that we did. So I'm excited about this next video that I'm going to be working on.
Really?
Because, yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
It's going to be fun. He's talking about, the whole purpose of the tour, the different cities. It's going to be fun to put together. But in my own head, I'm making up these competitions because, I don't know, that's what I do. I like to make up stories in my own head, even though it's probably unhealthy. But that's just what gets... That's what gets me going. It's like, okay, this is the level that we have to compete it against. What can we work with to get to that level and combat it? And that might be unhealthy, but that's just the way I
Well, no,
I
don't think you're in them. I think that a lot of people do that.
Like, do you have a competition in you? Okay. What are the competitions that are forming in your head?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to spill my secrets.
No, I don't want you to, but like, okay, give me just a brief one.
You gotta want it bad. I guess you get like it's yeah. Like I have been told that I even maybe fake. I will create scenarios that like maybe did not play out at all like that, just because I'm like I'm so amped up right now, and I'm a very competitive guy.
Good. I love that. That's awesome. That makes me even more confident.
Yeah, dude. White guys on a podcast talking about being competitive. Oh.
Wait, you're white? I'm not.
Yeah, I know. I'm white. You're right. Yeah.
It's okay. You can say whatever you want. This is my podcast.
I didn't mean to throw
This is a minority-owned podcast.
It is, right.
Where I have all the free passes.
I don't know about all of them, but you have
all of them.
You have some of them for sure. I'm not going to say any of them. But
come on, just one.
Yeah, like I'll make it like yes. To answer the question is yes. I create fake competition. I think a lot of people have been like talking about it since Jordan documentary came out, and he was like fucking creating fake scenarios in his head.
Yeah, but
I think there's to an extent, like I want it bad, and I don't want the next guy to have it. I'm not. If I don't want to get in the way of the next guy having it, because that's not what we're doing.
No,
but
you're gonna earn it.
I don't want to be pushed to the wayside either, and there has to be a lot of like, you have to go and grab it. You got to go get it in this industry, or else. And if you're not competitive, like someone who is competitive will box you out.
Right. You need to do it eloquently. You need to,
eloquently. Yes.
Make your way in
yes.
there.
With the boxing out. Yes.
Yeah, that's just
Dennis Rodman style. Got it.
Nico, I really want to be a photographer only.
Well,
it's so much easier.
Or you mean photographer, not videography?
Yeah. What happened? What'd you lose?
Nothing. I lost nothing.
Yeah, I just want. It's so much easier. I will. Die
You don't
on that
like
hill.
doing video?
I do. But being a photographer, they just have it so much easier. I will die on that hill. It is so much easier to take a good photo than it is to produce a good video. There's so much effort that goes into creating a good video, which I'm used to. I'm weathered, but man,
You're very good at multi-camera.
Yeah, it's a necessary thing. I think if you're going to film live events, you need to have multicams available.
100%.
And with technology being the way it is now, there's no excuse to not have multicams at live events. If you're a videographer, make the investment. You'll make your clients happy. You'll be happy. Because there are times when
the world will be happy.
Yeah, you can't get in the right position and you're fucked because the crowd is just not parting the sea the way it should for you because you're the almighty videographer. But yeah, having a multicam thing for your live events is absolutely 100% necessary.
I like the prospect of you having a podcast where down the line you're like a grandfathered videographer. And it's just a bunch of like young videographers being like, or young photographers just being like, yes. On Papa Ramon's podcast, I was listening, and he said, back in the day, they had multicams. Now we have 6 robots who do it all for us.
Oh man, that'll be nice.
You'll be out of a job, and so will I.
No, I won't. I'll find some way to be important.
There you go.
I'll be your personal photographer on tour.
Hell yeah, I'd love that. I actually want one.
What are your aspirations? What is
touring wise?
Touring. Well, okay, is that one of the things?
Yes, very much.
Okay,
I'd like to like open for someone.
Have you found out the process of what it takes to go on tour to get to that level?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I know.
Takes money. Chances. I watched a video where you lose money on the tour.
We've lost most money on almost every time we've toured. Almost every time. But here's the thing: is because you schedule to not lose money.
Yeah.
Right? Like you don't go like we're gonna lose money, but then suddenly you just like you start hemorrhaging money, and you're just like okay, and then you want to get home, and so you're like let's just fucking get home.
Yep.
And it's always worth it because every time we lose less money, and now we're not losing money, which is good.
You're not bleeding anymore.
But
clog the artery.
Yeah, but like we're like a young band goes on tour. It's not the most obvious thing. We're I'm running every time we leave the city. I'm doing it alone. Like I'm completely manning that ship. It's getting better now. We have a couple shows coming up where like travel and everything's paid for and
nice
and like the hotels are paid for and
Very
stuff.
cool.
And so there's no way we're losing money on that one, which is sick.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yo, guys, let's go.
Wait, are you allowed to talk about it?
No.
Okay. But okay, so touring is one of the goals. What else? Like, what is the?
I really want to put out this record.
That's the next thing. Okay.
The long-term goals are like getting signed. I think is something that I really want a manager. Like that's my next like. I've been doing it alone, and like I guess you could say this is a prompt for like. I don't know exactly what that entails. I'm right at that level where I, take myself probably way more seriously than, a big management company would probably take me at this point.
No,
but
you should take yourself.
I'm trying to knock at the door, like, hey guys, I want to, and I wish, and that's why I want to do this music business program thing because I want to learn about it. Like I've been doing it all alone, and I'm saving so much money doing it all alone. So it's great, but God, it would be so helpful to have like someone who knew what they were doing and like a booking agent.
Right.
But I think it comes with time. I think you do earn your stripes on that. Like I do. I think every year it's not a linear thing. It is a cyclone, and every year it gets bigger, and that's just what it is. And it's just like you learn, and it just gets bigger, and you grab, and you get more people involved, and it's not like a stepping stool.
Yeah, I love that reference. That makes so much sense.
Yeah. So it's just you just got to keep spinning and keep your head in the game. Got to get your head in the game.
Now, when you're a young musician.
Yes, I am a young whippersnapper.
When Vince is
how old's Vince?
He's like 32.
Yeah, so he's got like 8 years on me.
Yeah, so and I'm 37. So and he's also sober.
God, do you guys think I am a child?
Sometimes. No, I'm kidding. No, not at all. I think you're a respectable musician in my eyes.
Dude.
And,
appreciate that.
Good one at that.
Let's go.
But he's sober, and he's talked about that, but he's also
I think
older.
if you're touring on that level, you have to be sober.
Right. And so
honest.
me being 37, like there's going to be after parties. There's afters at these shows, and I want nothing to do with them. I just want to go back to the hotel, or as he calls it, the hoodie, and I just want to edit. I want to pump out this content for the guy because that's my job.
That's
and
your
my
job, right?
responsibility.
And it's because touring is a lot less like partying is a lot easier when you're stationary.
Yes.
When you're on tour, it's because you feel like you're working.
Yep.
Right. So it's like you got to be up to like tomorrow. You got to be up and moving. So you don't necessarily want to be messing around as much.
Right. So that was my kind of where I was going with that question. How do you balance the having fun aspect of touring, but also
we just have a lot less fun these days. And I mean that in like a not
professional way.
Yeah. Like the fun is different. Like, the fun is, when you're running around doing bar gigs, it's fucking fun.
Yeah.
And then like that, it's actually when you and your boys are just like playing bar gigs or like hopping on each other's, that's super fun. But I think more serious shows are fun in a different way. They're fun because you got to like prepare for them. They're fun because they're, the music is better. People are really paying attention. And
right.
I just think I clock into a different thing, and I don't know. Go to sleep earlier and whatnot.
Yeah. We were in Chicago, and then we went to this after party, and I hung out for about 20 minutes, 2 beers. I'm like, all right, I'm 2 beers done. Let's go. So we drove back to the hotel, got some sleep. And then it was the same weekend where the shit hit the fan with my car, but I already booked a St. Patty's Day golf outing. So I wasn't going to let anything interfere with my party mode on St. Patty's Day, and boy, did I have a good time. It was fun.
Tell you what, St. Patty's Day is a great day to get fucked up.
It was so much fun.
St. Patty's Day is a great day to slam beers.
Oh, it is, especially with the boys. Oh,
on a golf course too?
What'd
you shoot? How'd you play?
I shot it probably a 90, but I had fun doing it.
That's fun.
It was, after having I was supposed to get the car. I did get the car back that day. However, there was an issue with the braking system now. So I just fixed the ignition, $900.
Nice.
I'm driving it out of the mechanics, and it just starts jittering. It's not braking properly.
Fuck no, that sucks.
Fuck this. This is not going to ruin my day. Took it back to the mechanic. I'm like, hey, something's wrong with the braking system. Take care of it. I'm going to go have fun. And I took Ubers that day, and I didn't throw up, but I had
But
a
it was
blast.
on the cards, was it?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So eventually the guy was like, it's just it was a computer system. The braking system wasn't tied into the computer, so now it's fixed and it's fine. And I picked it up the next day.
There you go.
But it was a blast.
That sounds fun.
Partying here in Austin is way more fun than partying on the road.
Partying on the road is very difficult.
Yeah.
Partying on the road is very difficult because it's like the logistics of it are so never in your favor.
Right.
Right when you need to not be hungover is when you're like. I left LA once. I was coming back to Austin from LA.
Driving or flying?
Flying, and I went out with a bunch of musicians who will remain unnamed. And I was trying to be like, I can hang. I'm cool. No. No, I was just trying to hang and be cool, and I had a flight the next morning at 8 a.m. or something, or 9 a.m., and I threw up on the flight.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, did you use those travel bags, or did you go to
in the old barf bag, dude? Right on takeoff too, right away.
Well, because you can't get up because they say you got to sit
down.
Dude.
So. I was just so hung. This was at least a year and a half ago. Maybe this is at least a year and a half ago now. Yeah, but yeah, that was fucking so dumb of me, and so I don't want that to ever happen again because my worst nightmare is that I would have been leaving with those musicians and that would have happened on a plane with them, and then I would have never lived that down.
That would have sucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about people who wear sandals through regular security?
Like this?
Yes, but sure, that's fine. You have socks on. I'm talking about the people that are wearing sandals.
Barefoot?
Yes.
That's a crazy thing to ask, but it's also ridiculous that anyone would do that.
I am seeing more and more the more I travel, I'm seeing more and more people wear sandals through regular security.
Americans just don't give a fuck anymore, dude. Oh my God, that's disgusting.
It is, right? It is. I'm not the only one to think that. It's gross.
Dude, I went to Orlando, Florida recently. That airport was fucking vile. You can smoke indoors there. Did you know that?
Whoa,
Because they have a hotel. Is a hotel in the airport. I mean, maybe I misunderstood the system.
Okay.
But you can smoke in your balcony is looking inward.
Okay.
And it's like a sunroof, but you can smoke up there somehow.
That's not good.
Or maybe someone was just ripping a cig indoors and hoping no one
That could
noticed.
also be possible. But yeah, I have TSA pre-check. No big deal. It's like the best ever.
TSA pre-check is fucking baller.
It is awesome. Keeping your shoes on your feet, keep your laptop in your backpack, and just going right through. It's the best $80 I've ever spent, and it lasts for 2 years. And I'm traveling more and more, so it's like it makes sense.
No, it's absolutely necessary.
But I'm seeing people walk through, like go to the regular security, like all the peasants, and they're wearing sandals.
The post check.
Yeah, and they're just. I'm like, you're gonna take your sandals off. I don't understand that, and then you're gonna put it back on. And
I just don't get the barefoot.
It's gross.
Barefoot walking, especially on this one. You know this one.
Oh.
You're going that way.
You're already like,
dude,
you
and you're
feel pathetic this way.
Barefoot on that machine, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, it's disgusting.
The level of cancer that you're
dude, just
getting through that.
Fucking.
Gross. All right. Okay. I'm glad I'm not crazy on that.
Oh man. Well, no, it's not something I thought about much, but
but
now that you bring it up, you're
Yeah.
right. It's not something I want to think about much.
I already discussed my hot takes. Do you have any hot takes?
No.
I
my hot takes were I was just happy to come back.
Okay. Well, you're the first returning guest.
I'm happy
Dude,
to be.
we've elevated the production of this. Last time you were sitting in a fold out chair, and I was sitting in that busted ass little couch over there. You don't remember?
I do remember.
Yeah. There was nothing like this. So
I'm
glad to have you back.
This is also where we filmed. This is where we filmed the video. Jackson was sitting right. Glenny Balls. He was sitting right.
Balls.
That video came out really good. I'm sad it didn't do as well as I wanted it to, but it was so fucking fun to me.
Dude, there you go. That's the whole point. As long as it's fun.
I thought it was going to do way better than the other one, and the other one did way better.
So the lawyer one did better?
Yeah.
What are you looking for when you produce those videos? Just views?
Interaction. Yeah.
Okay.
That's just to cut through the algorithm.
No, that's what I'm. Yeah.
That's just. I just want to be like my main strategy is to just be in everyone's face all the time, and then if they get sick of me, I'll be siphoned out, right, and then I'll know, like it'll be pretty obvious. But until then, hi.
What other video ideas do you want to do?
I'm not gonna say them on this. Because,
you don't want to?
No.
Okay.
No, because we're gonna use them.
Okay, fine.
Like, aren't we filming? Aren't we doing one soon?
Yeah, we can do one. I think next week, or we can do one this week.
Next week.
I got days available this week.
Next week would be better for me. Yeah.
All right.
Because then we're finishing up the album.
Who are we going against? Who are we tackling this time? Last time was at Nether Hour.
No, I can't. I can't throw more shade at Nether Hour.
Yeah. Who are we going at this time?
By the way, their album's so good. I don't know if you listened.
Yep, that's really good.
Moonshine is fucking good, dude. You guys did a really good job. I don't know if anyone on. I was really happy with how that came out, as a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you like most about the album?
I like the songs. I think I want to say that I've been hearing these songs for 2 years now, and it's just that collection of songs that they put together are some of my favorite, and they nailed it. So
okay,
Oh,
also shout out, I think Studio 601 right down the street, Eric Harrison and those boys put it together. I believe I'll have to double check that, but yeah, they're a good.
I think that they did help for sure
in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, yeah,
that's great.
Good band. Who are we going after besides Another Hour? Who else? Paul Val?
No, I like Paul.
Gary?
Fuck no. You know what? I was thinking of doing like a. I want to make some sort of like. I want the whole band to be involved in it and like make the next one like very cinematic. Like you know how like
Marvel comic universe.
No, but like if the last one was like bad quality, like do it like we did with the Sunday Conversations one, where it's like it's cinematically sound.
I want to do a documentary on your album release. Like I want to sit you down in a proper interview form, because that's been my itch that I want to scratch.
Let's do
Produce a
that.
documentary. Because I'm kind of doing it with Vincent.
Do you want to come to the studio with us next week then?
When's the next? Yeah, if I have time.
Monday? I
Sure.
don't know.
Well, we'll do that. But that's what I want to do. I want to create a documentary because I think that's going to be very cool. And those are...
I want to say that that's going to be useful information for me to have. Like, very useful content. So I'm...
You're going to say no?
I'm saying yes.
Okay.
I'm saying I want to do that very much.
You don't... Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You're going to show up with a good attitude?
I usually do.
I don't know. Last time you were pretty pissed. No, I'm kidding. What else? Anything else before we
close?
part ways?
Well, I'll thank you for having me.
No, thank you for
obviously.
coming. Obviously,
I'm glad you're back in town. I like that this was like our first. I haven't seen you in like a couple months.
Yeah.
So it was cool. It's cool that
been about a month or so. Yeah.
This was like our first kind of reconnecting.
Yeah.
This felt very like a natural conversation, which I think is cool. I'm really interested to watch this back.
Do you can watch this back? I can't watch a single episode backwards. Or
Could that be a problem? Is there a possibility that you not being able to listen back to your podcast is an indicator that you want to change your podcast?
No, I don't. I very much like the clips because, well, here's the thing. It's not for me. It's for you guys. Like,
okay.
I'm the facilitator. I see a hole in the market that is not being filled.
Tapped. Yeah.
I think you musicians and for the most part, the other professionals in the industries they work with, they're good individuals, but they don't have a platform to tell their awesome stories, and that I want to be the facilitator of that. And I will include myself in the podcast for the sake of getting that person to an elevated level of exposure.
Hell yeah.
I despite me being in this podcast, I don't like main characters.
Really?
Like, I don't like main characters who shouldn't be the main characters. You're the main character. I'm not trying to be the main character, even though I am.
I mean, it's your podcast.
It's very hypocritical of me. I get that.
No, but I see what you mean.
But
it's a platform.
Yes. Yeah. My Instagram account is about capturing cool moments for other artists, not necessarily myself.
I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you. I don't want it kind of gives me the ick, as you kids are saying, when I see other photographers or videographers creating content about themselves.
It's the worst.
I get that. I understand that you're trying to, brand yourself. You're trying to get more clients. Hey, this is the type of personality that I'm out, like that I put out. But I don't know. I just see if you're a photographer, videographer, you should be promoting whatever client that on a regular basis, like whether it be an artist, whether it be a business, just promote them. I don't know.
I agree.
Maybe, yeah.
I think
that's just me being.
No, I don't think so. I think that's fair.
Old and curmudgeon, but that's what I see.
You're a bit
wrong
old
with
and
yeah. I'm working on it. I think I need to see my therapist again from all the stories that I told myself. All right, what else? Let's end this so we can talk about all the other cool shit.
Stuff. Well, we can end it on this. Thank you for having me. And go listen to Nico Little and the North Americans. Go stream Train Song. Go stream Blame. Go follow us so you can be up to date on the new music that's coming out and the very exciting stuff that we have coming out in 2025. We're happy to be here. We're happy to be alive. We're happy to be on podcasts.
Good.
Maybe next time I bring the whole gang.
Oh, I mean, I don't think I could manage everybody. That'd be wild.
There's too much.
There's too much energy.
So many personalities in my band.
If we did that, the fucking internet would explode.
Dude. I also don't like giving Jade and Riley mics on without. They're fucking behemoths, both of them. They're actually. I love them. They're like my family. But like, good lord, they are fucking. Those are two
switches.
serious musicians. They are wild ones, both of them.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that they live in the Metropolitan.
Metropolis.
I found out that
we just did a show there.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
we did a pop-up show.
I found out. I think Sean St. Germain, who plays for Rickshaw, he lived there along with. I think all those boys lived there at one point. And
it's a great resource.
I had no idea that it was for musicians.
Yeah.
Like that's so
unreal
cool.
Resource. Yeah, it's great.
Another cool thing about Austin. But anyways, all right, let's end this and catch us over on the Patreon to find out all the cool shit Nico Little's doing.
Please do. See you guys.